to give you praise. Hey, lift your voice, say the words you speak. The words you speak turn things around. Has lifted me, and you took away that chains that had me bound.
Can you imagine being pregnant for 2 years, 5 years, carrying the pregnancy about? Is it easy? You are uncomfortable. It's the same thing you are doing to your dreams and your vision. Year in, year out, you carry it, you are not doing anything to it. So it's important that nothing holds you back from achieving your vision. And the main thing that holds a lot of people back is the non-existence of implementation. The ideas will come, but they just don't know how to go about it, or something just keeps them back from implementing it. So your vision requires diligent labor, because there is no future without labor. You must labor. There has to be. Because you want to arrive, you want to enjoy the fruits of that success. A lot of times you don't want to pay the price, but you want to see it. You want to see the money. You want to see whatever. You know, recently I was chatting with somebody on WhatsApp, and I'm a late sleeper. I sleep late and I wake late. So around 2 a.m. I was talking. So I said, you have not slept. So the person said, is Dangote asleep by now? Is Adenuga asleep by now? Why should I be asleep when other people are snoring? What price do you need to pay for your vision to birth out? There must be a price. It's not going to come easy like that. Because life will only reward your implementation. That's the only thing life will reward. The implementation of that delivery process. And so the better your implementation, the greater your reward. That will be very clear to you. So vision without action is meaningless. There's no point. Having the vision, having the dream, and no action to back it. It will be meaninless. Now, while there's nothing we say you can do for the child but to make it come faster or slower, there's a lot you can do to push your vision forward, because your life will become extraordinary only when you decide it can be extraordinary. You know, Pastor, you was talking about your thoughts, you know, as a man think it's so easy. So if I've decided that this year, this is what I want to be, it's as I think. God will arrange the things that will make it begin to happen, because I'm putting plans in place and I'm doing it. So what you want will deliver into your hands. It is in your hands, it's not in anybody's hands. The power of prayer maybe will give you speed, will cause favor, mercy to open it for you. But the work you still have to do, you have to do it. So it's important that this is the only life you've got. You don't have another life. So it's in your best interest to get serious about upgrading it and achieving your goals fast. So that was number one. It was important to explain vision to you. 2, financial education or financial literacy. Financial education. This, you know, we're in the information age. A lot of information is flowing. We're in the knowledge age. And so financial education is very essential. You can't want to make money and you don't know anything about money. You have to. The greatest investment you can give yourself is an investment in yourself. Because the more you know, the better you're able to achieve. You are not worth more than your knowledge. What you don't know will not deliver to you. It is what you know that you are able to take decisions and you're able to work with. What you don't know, you don't know. And nothing will happen. It won't give you the things you want to do. So the greatest investment you are going to give yourself this year also is an investment in yourself. I read a research and they said the average business person reads about 60 books a year. Average. 60. Average. So if you are not even reading 10 a year, you don't even measure up. You must open your mind wide to education. You must read a lot of things that will position you properly. So books on money, books on finance, books on management, books on leadership, spiritual books. You must be robust Education is important. You must understand in a financial terms, what do you mean by cash flow? What do you mean by capital gain? What do you mean by return on investment? Because these are things you want to do to plan your financial life. So you can't be ignorant about them. It is important that you know them. Because if you do not have financial education, then you can't process information that we give you. There's no way you can process the information. If I give you information and I say, you need to, if you have 1 million to invest, you need to break it down, put some in the money bank, put some in stocks and bonds, do some treasury bills, do some agri things, do some real estate, and other. Your ROI on whatever I say, what is ROI? Your return on investment. It is important. You must understand a bit of financial language so that it can position you appropriately. It's important. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability. You must know what is a good investment from a bad investment. There are some investments you see, you just don't touch it. You see certain things and you know that this is a bad one. And you must know good financial advice from bad one. You know, like a lot of us did the MMM scheme. Everybody. Nobody went to check. What are they selling? What is the product? What is the service? What's the tangible thing there? People just felt, it's money. It's sharp money. I think Nigerians lost 18 billion in that scheme all over. 18 billion missing. And we don't know how that will come back. And so it's important that you investigate properly and know. Because the Bible says, my people perish from what? Knowledge. If you have no knowledge, that is it. So financial education, try a bit this year to put it in place. Then number 3, personal development. You must grow and be better daily. No day must pass that you don't add small value to what you know, to what you are doing. Knowledge dignifies effort. You know, it just dignifies all the effort and everything. Knowledge will dignify it for you because it will teach you certain things to know. And it is that same knowledge that will sustain the wealth you make. Because if you don't know how to sustain it, you don't have knowledge to sustain the wealth, then what's the point with all the getting pregnant, conceiving, gestation, and finally doing the delivery through discipline? So knowledge is important. So you must keep learning. You must keep working. You must keep networking. You cannot afford to be stagnated. No stagnation this year. You cannot. Because as you keep moving, there are likely to be answers in front. You can't see the front. So if you stand, you might already be missing a major breakthrough because you cannot see the front. Keep moving because answers are in the front. Don't remain stagnant. Because if you refuse to be updated, then you will be outdated. That will happen. If you are not updated, you are definitely going to be outdated. So you must choose to update. Knowledge will fuel action for you. You know, when you know something, then you take steps. You say, because I know this, I want to do this. Because I know this, then I can do this. So it's important that knowledge, you build upon it. How many of you have heard what is called virtual farming? Or how many of you are involved in virtual farming? Because you have not heard of it. So there's no action you can take to tell you the importance of knowledge. You know, virtual farming is now you sit in your home and you can farm. Other people are doing it. You can follow it on your phone. You just see a lot in your account. Simple. There's nothing to it. But because you don't know it, will it fuel any action in you to say, let me do it? So this knowledge is key for you. You know, you are not more than the worth of what you know. So it's important that you should do that. And knowledge works with the law of accumulation. You know, the law of accumulation states that everything that is worthwhile in life is an accumulation that nobody sees or appreciates, but it will pay off. Everything accumulates over time. And 3 areas that the law of accumulation is great: the area of knowledge, the area of experience, and the area of money. Accumulation of knowledge, accumulation of experience, accumulation of money over time. When it begins to pay off, people will wonder, how is she different from us? You have invested in knowledge. So it will pay off. Number 4, which was one of the things Pastor mentioned, is mindset. Your mindset this year, it will determine your failure or your success. Your mind. As he said, as a man thinketh, so easy. So if you think, no, I can't go beyond this 30,000 every month, it's not possible. So be it. It won't be possible. So the idea will not even come because you have closed your mind to it already. You must develop a prosperity consciousness. It has to be in you that this year you will break through. People that have done it, you hear their stories of how they started from grass to grace. It's not everybody that was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. And people are still breaking through. So what are they doing that you are not doing? Your mindset must change. Then number 5, timing. There is a time and there is a season for everything. If you miss your timing, it can take 3-4 years before that opportunity can come back again. Timing is key. If you miss an opportunity, it is usually difficult. So you must learn to recognize opportunities and to seize it. There is a time. There are times there's a season. Even money. Money can be seasonal. There will be a time when there's plenty of money. There will be a time when there's no money. There will be a time when there is small money. So you must learn the seasons of money so that in those seasons you can take it and invest it and diversify it for the times when there is no money. Timing is important. Be sensitive to the times to know what is going on now. What is the most popular thing in Nigeria now that everybody is into that they think will bring money for them? Agriculture. So if you are not earning from agriculture, you have missed it, clearly. Because it is one of the areas, one of the industries that has the largest and the hugest value chain. So if agric has taken a center stage in Nigeria, and you have not taken time to get knowledge that, what am I doing? How do I earn out of this? What are people doing? What is the information out there? How do I get it? Then the era will pass, just like oil and gas. Oil and gas came, certain people entered, we didn't enter. We were wondering, it's too expensive, it's too this, it's too that. No, we didn't enter. A few cabal entered, they began to rule. Agric is now raising up. You are still folding your hands. Then in the next 3, 4, 5 years, the people that will break through from it, you wonder what happened. You were in the same generation with them. So it's important to be sensitive to the timings that we do things. Number 6, you must SWOT analyze your life. SWOT means SWOT, something we've done before, I'm sure. SWOT, where you talk about your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your traits. SWOT. You must analyze your life using SWOT. Now, S means strengths. You must check, this 2018, what are my strengths? What are the things I can do well? What am I good at? Can I do it alone? Do I need to partner? Do I need